All right, so I'm going to talk about how to measure resistors. There's two ways to do it. The first way is obviously you can figure out the resistance by looking at the color bands. That's one way. Sometimes the easier way is just to use a multimeter. So I'm going to talk about that today. So the multimeter works very simply. We're going to be in the range, the ohms range, the resistance range. So down here, you always want to start at the lowest multimeter setting. So this setting means that this will measure a maximum of 200 ohms of resistance. So I plug in my multimeter, and resistors are not polarized, so it doesn't matter which end, positive or negative. I connect my wires. So once I have it connected, I'm going to go ahead and turn it on, and it's at the lowest setting. Now, if it's at the lowest setting, this means the maximum measurement is 200. So this is just a 75 ohm resistor. That's simple enough. So I've got a 75 ohm resistor right here. All right. So I'll set this aside. That was easy. Okay, but what if it exceeds 200? Well, I'll plug in my next one. And often what you'll see is a resistance reading of something like this. This just means that you've exceeded the amount of resistance the multimeter will read at this setting. All right, so this means I've got to turn my dial. So I'll turn it once and see what happens. Okay, so I turn it once. The setting it's at now says that the maximum is 2,000 ohms. So if I look at my readout, now I've got a 998 ohm resistor. All right. If you were to read the color bands, because the color bands aren't completely accurate and there's a little bit of leeway, this is actually a 1K resistor. It's a 1,000 ohm resistor. All right, but the multimeter makes it a little more accurate. All right, so that takes care of that. So I'll set this one aside. Now I want to go back to my very bottom setting. I always want to start there. That's the easiest place to start. Okay, so I'm going to connect my next one. All right, and here you can see, again, I've exceeded the amount of resistance. It'll measure at 200, so it's bigger than 200 ohms. Flip to 2,000, still there, so it's still bigger than 2,000 ohms. Now we're going to get into the settings that have a K in them. Okay, 20K is the next, 20,000 is the next setting. So if there's a K after the setting, like it is here, that means that whatever number you have here also has a K after it. So this is a 2.2 K ohm resistor. Again, K is 1,000, so this is a 2.2 thousand ohm resistor. All right, so 2.2 thousand. All right, so that's great. So let's turn it back to our starting point. Unplug this one, we'll go for one more. All right, so here's another one. I'll plug it in. And it's bigger than 200. Turn it again, it's still bigger than 2,000. Let's go to 20. All right, it's bigger than 20,000. So this is a pretty big resistor. So now I'm going to turn it to the 200,000 ohm limit. And there we've got a reading. So this is an 81,000 ohm resistor. So 81.7 thousand ohms, or 81.7 K. All right, the resistor bands themselves actually would say that this is an 82K resistor. Okay, so that's how you would read resistances. Remember, you always want to start at the lowest setting, to maximum 200, and then go up one bit at a time until you get something other than this, like that. All right.